Okay, I get that third-person shooters aren't for everybody. Looking at you, editor. But there are many great things about Helldivers 2 that make it a solid experience for gamers to enjoy. So, while you first-person shooter nerds go enjoy your copy and paste of Call of Duty this year, which we haven't seen gameplay of yet, or, you know, if you're cultured, you try X-Defiant, I'm gonna be sitting over here, fighting for my life on Malevelon Creek, and spreading managed democracy all over the galaxy. This is the 7 virtuous wins of Helldivers 2. Number 1. Great inclusion of microtransactions, war bonds, and no fear of missing out, or FOMO for short. Microtransactions are sadly becoming an inevitable part of modern gaming. As big companies continue expanding smaller studios and resorting to microtransactions to fund the game because the $70 price tag isn't enough. Games such as Call of Duty, Fortnite, Rocket League, Suicide Squad, and so many more dangle skins, guns, soundtracks, and decals in front of your face and give you a time limit before they are gone forever. There are Twitter profiles dedicated to sharing how long a skin hasn't been in the item shop to determine its rarity. I believe that Deadpool in Fortnite is like a very rare one. Like, he hasn't been in a while. Could have, but I haven't seen him. Helldivers' approach is so pro-consumer. They give you the ability to purchase the war bond, which is basically their battle pass, at any time without it ever going away. And you can grind for super credits in the game and not have to spend a dime if you choose not to. You can just play the game and unlock the battle pass that never goes away. You look at things like Suicide Squad coming out at $70, which is not worth $70. Just for the amount of stuff that's in the game, it is not worth $70. And the skins themselves costing upwards of like 16 is a little much. It's a little much. Number 2, amazing PvE gameplay loop and missions. The variety of missions can be daunting, and I will admit, when I first started playing, I had no idea what was going on. But that is why playing with friends is so much fun. Personally, my philosophy is, if a game requires friends to be fun to play, then it probably isn't a good game. However, you can have fun solo here, but you can really have fun learning from other players in multiplayer. The quality and quantity of missions are not to be understated. And here's another thing. I did the 7 Deadly Sins of Fallout 76, and a lot of people were saying that you need to play with people who have played the game before to show you how to play. That makes sense. The thing is, everything in the game is a grind fest. That's all it is. It's a grind fetch quest. So they can show me what guns to get and show me how to play, but they're showing me just the same fetch quest missions, just different ones to get better things. Whereas Helldivers 2, you feel a part of a community. You're all actively trying to fight against the automatons or the termids, the bugs, which is something that you don't get in Fallout 76. You get it here. You don't get it in Suicide Squad. You get it here. Alright, let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is kind of a story, but it's about a non-toxic community. And in parentheses, I put friend, but without the I. It's just F-R-E-N-D. So the most recent example of the non-toxic community is Friend, without the I. From my understanding, it was a player that got kicked from a public lobby because the 3 other people didn't want him to be there or thought he was memeing or whatever the reason was. He sends a chat that simply says, "I am Friend," misspelling friend. The devs of the game acknowledged them. The community acknowledged him, and he is now monetized on Twitch and live streams to people saying nothing but "hello friend." It's crazy. If that is not the most non-toxic community you have ever heard of, go back to Call of Duty, because that's obviously where you came from.
Oh, brother!
Hey there. Quick
note from the editor. I think it could be safe to say that the reason that this person, Jeffrey Jordan, doesn't like Call of Duty could be because he's not the greatest at Call of Duty. Just looking over here, editor note, this is me, Peter Parker, 4,400 damage to 1914 half damage. Or let's go over here, 3,500 damage to his 1,700 damage. Or over here, we could do my 4,400 damage to his 21. Or even here, 11,000 damage, 58 kills to his 20 and 50. You know what, Jeffrey? Maybe you just suck.
I'm also sorry, editor. I forgot in the script I dissed on Call of Duty a lot. He loves Call of Duty. I'm okay with it. It's fine. But yeah, there's more examples of the non-toxic community as well. That's just the most recent one. There was another one where all of the Helldivers players were going off on this guy who killed all his teammates and then evacuated without them. And they made it this whole big thing of if you find this player, make sure you kick him and all this stuff because of how, he's basically, I don't know if I would call it griefing, but he just killed them for no reason. And I'm sure in their voice chats and stuff, it was just, memeing around, having fun. But the way that, yeah, it was another example of a non-toxic community being we don't do that here. We don't kill other people here. Don't do that. It was awesome. All right, number 4. The satirical nature that doubles as cinematic brilliance. Simply put, Starship Troopers, a satire about patriotism, democracy, and blindly fighting for a cause. However, it creates some of the most beautiful in-game moments I have ever seen in a video game. The one that comes to mind is the Helldivers video that is on my channel, where as soon as I salute, I put my hand up like this, and Dorian is standing right in front of me. A rocket just comes and hits me right in the face and knocks me under the map. It was just beautiful. It was amazing. And moments like that happen all of the time, and they are not scripted moments. It's just satire, but it's so cinematic. Every part of the game is cinematic. The robots and the bugs and the lore about them being planted by Super Earth to mine oil. It is such a brilliant idea. The lore of the game is awesome, and it's built by the community. And also Joel. If you don't know who Joel is, he is a dev that randomly jumps into people's games and just creates chaos. Being a puppet master for some game sessions and calling in random things as he pleases is such a great idea that I don't recall any other game ever doing ever. It's so cool, especially not in the way that Helldivers 2 does it. Number 5, the difficulty. Here's where I truly take off my hat to the devs of Helldivers 2. The difficulty. I never feel like my dying is caused by any sort of glitches or unfair advantages. Even if some might be, it doesn't feel that way, and I think that's just the satire of everything. And that is very difficult to get right in a player versus everyone game, where the things that you are fighting are just non-playable characters. That is very difficult to do. Balancing the difficulty in such a way where you can have fun dying over and over, but are also able to overcome if you know what you're doing, is truly incredible. And the different levels that they have to that difficulty, up to 9, and just the intricacies of all of it, is amazing. Number 6, the story that is created by the community in real time. I want to talk about Friend again. He's canon now. In the lore, Friend is canon. Because what the community fights for, what the community does, is how the game evolves and the story that the devs tell. I don't recall ever seeing a game get so in tune with their community to the point where the community is helping write the lore of the game. And it just keeps getting deeper and deeper. And yes, the devs do kind of, control like where stuff goes and everything, but I've never seen a game take a player who does something to another player and make it a part of the game's lore. That is such a novel idea that I seriously cannot think of a game that has ever done that successfully before, if at all. Lastly, number 7, the fun male itch. I'm not saying that this is a game just for males, first off. But there is that like weird part of a man's brain that just wants to kick something and punch something and blow something up. It's there. It's a real thing. It is not a game that you can play for 30 minutes and know whether or not you like it. Give it a little time and you will enjoy it. I don't see how anyone could not at least appreciate what the game is successfully showing the gaming industry. That is, if you base your games on the consumers and fun, it will skyrocket or explode like a 500-kilogram bomb. So thank you guys for watching the video. That is my 7 reasons or 7 virtuous wins of Helldivers 2, or why Helldivers 2 is great. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to be doing more content like this. I've got some scripts in the pipeline. My editor is ready to go. He's biting at his teeth. Is that the phrase? Ripping, biting at the teeth, biting your teeth. I don't know. I don't remember the phrase. He's gnawing. He's ready to go and editing stuff. So we're gonna pop out some videos. I'm excited. It's gonna be great. Leave a comment if you enjoy Helldivers 2, or if you don't, we could talk about it in the comments. Just make it constructive. Like I said last time, make it constructive. Okay. That is all. Thank you. Bye, guys.